Hello. Well, we're back. This time we're on day 5. We're on day 5. So, dried rice millet. 25 grams flour, 30 grams of water. 25 grams, 30. Millet, 25 grams of flour, but only 15 grams of water. You see, we've had no action as such in the fact that it hasn't risen, but we do have bubbles. You see, we do have bubbles. This one, we again have had no action, but we'll have a look, we'll open that one. The millet, we have bubbles. So, no action per se on the actual rise, but we do have the fermentation. Oh, all these big fancy words that we use. Oh, you smell very sour today. Right. You're smelling more sour than you did yesterday, and you? I can smell you from here. You really... Acetone got nothing on you, my girl. You're much gentler. We'll keep you. You need some work to be done on you. Really? You're so sour. Sorry. I said I would show you the insides of them. Let me do that. Okay. So, this is our dried starter. And we've got very little action, you can see there on the side. But inside, you can see we have quite a few bubbles, which is really, really nice. You can actually hear them pop. It's such fun. Now, this one is our rice flour one. And you can see a little bit of action there. Bubbles on top. And she smells. Ugh. And she has bubbles. But sour, acetone and paint stripper got nothing on her today. Our millet, now you can see our millet, we've had quite a bit of action there. And this is day 5. And she's a much more solid, but look at all those bubbles. Aren't they fantastic? Sorry, it's like a mother, hey? It's like a collection of new mothers. My baby grew, my baby walked. My baby grew bubbles. Alright, you can see this is really changed in color. It's much whiter than what it was. And it's not as stiff as the millet. The millet's a strange one. We need to have a... So I have a very soft... I have a soft starter here. So again, we are going to dump everything out except 25 grams. She's sour, but she's unpleasantly sour. Okay? Unpleasantly sour. I suppose if you like something really, really sour, she would do, but she's unpleasantly sour. There. So, 25 grams, 25 grams, and that's our water. So mix it up and see what happens. Do we still need all this water? Now you are very stiff, you are very dry. You ain't going nowhere, girl. Yeah, you're definitely. Okay, so 30 grams of water into our rice flour starter using our dried sourdough starter, giving us a paste. Clean the insides so they are clean. And this is often where you find, I find that if this isn't actually cleaned properly, I clean it actually afterwards when I switch the cameras off. I clean it with a cloth so that I have smooth edges or clean edges. And this is where mold starts. So it's a case of where mold can start, is where it can actually grip onto something. I've been fortunate that I've not had mold, and except the one situation where I actually forced mold to see how long it would take and what it would do. That was another mess, another story. Okay, so rice flour is much softer than what it was yesterday. So surmising that this is, I mean, I suppose if you compare it to to wheat flour, it does have a bit of grit in it, but it doesn't have as much grit as this one does. This one is stone ground, the millet. I ground my own millet. So the starter, the dried starter is giving off less water. So out you come. Now, nobody told you you could go there. They come into play in your playpen. You don't need to go play in their playpen. Really? Sometimes children, they just do not want to behave. Now again, I haven't thrown all the water into here until I've got all the flour mixed in together. So I have quite a stiff starter going here. And somewhere I read that starters used to be very, very stiff. And it's only lately that they've softened up into this. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to try and create an Italian starter, the Madre Lefta, which are really stiff starters, and just because I can. Now this hasn't quite taken 30 grams. You can see I have the same paste like of the other starter. So let's just get, oh, you smell better, but you still smell of acetone. Anyway, go and live with your friend over there. And we actually have a little bit of water here. We have 5 grams of water here. So she took 25 grams of flour, 25 grams of starter, and 25 grams of water. Interesting. So we have our millet. Let's pull out our. Now we won't pull out as much. We won't pull out as much starter as our millet, because remember our millet is actually at a much smaller stage. Even though we put in the same amount of flours in it, we put in less water into it. So this is not 100% hydration, this is a 50% hydration on there. Let's just check this. So it's interesting that the rice flour has actually started to take less water, but the dried starter hasn't. So let's see what happens with this one. Because things are changing, I'm a bit hesitant just to throw in, because sometimes such a little water. Okay, so we'll throw you all in there. So we still did a 50% hydration on it, and we have a much stiffer dough to that one. Okay, so you want to be difficult, so I'm going to put another 10 grams in here. I don't think we'll need it. We have 13 grams in here. This was milled today. It was milled just before I mixed it in. So really fresh milled flour does absorb more water on there. And that's the same as the others, okay? Go and park over there. And how much water, extra water did we add in? I added 2 grams more. Was it worth it? Yes, it was. It was definitely worth it. Definitely less hydration coming off here of all of them. So, seems like it's doing something. Go to 0, please, so we can see what we are throwing away. 122 grams. I'm still not throwing away 250 grams, which would be nearly 1 kilo a day. So over all the time of actually over 16 days, and I'm throwing away about 1 kilo, give or take, I should use 1.6, or I'm not throwing away, I'm throwing away 100 grams. Really, where are your words? So at this rate, I'm throwing away 1 kilo to actually just get my starter going. And this can't be used as discard because this is too young. I mean, you can see it. Well, I can see it. I can smell it. I can taste it. It tastes just of acetone. And no, I don't want that sour in my bread. There are sours and there are sours, and that is not a sour that we want to do. So we will be back again tomorrow for day 6. I'm going to clean these all up so that we don't have bits on the side. And then we shall be back. And if the hydrated one actually starts to behave itself or grows enough, then we'll show you the next step on that one. And then I will then hydrate it and I will grow it specifically for a loaf of bread. So throw this away.